Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today, and this video is on the controversial topic that should Frank Lampard be sacked or not. I am a real fan of Chelsea. I really give everything for the club, even sometimes cry for it. But this is just a video where I give opinion with certain analysis on what should be done. So please don't get angry and please watch the whole video where I give my full analysis. So in this video, I discuss 5 important points about sacking Frank Lampard or not and what other things to do. So my 5 points are: should Chelsea sack Frank Lampard? What's gone wrong for Frank Lampard's Chelsea? Are the comparisons for Frank Lampard with Jurgen Klopp valid? What Frank needs to do to save his job? And managers who should replace him. So the first part, should Chelsea sack their club legend Frank Lampard? My answer is half yes, half no. But at the moment, I'm 70% Lampard out. I don't want to say it. I don't want to be Lampard out. He's a club legend. He's a manager. So I don't want to say Lampard out. But in my heart says, no, he's not going to be the guy. And my brain also says that his inexperience is not going to take us forward. We might beat Fulham. We might beat Leicester. But then we'll again come down to ground by losing 2 matches in a row. It is just being a romanticization where we love a player, we want him to become a manager, but at the moment in my heart, he just isn't ready. So let's discuss what's gone wrong for Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Tactically, the problem is he has gone with 4-3-3. Now I'm gonna be the one. When 4-2-3-1 wasn't working, we all were calling Frank, play 4-3-3. Frank, play 4-3-3. Now people will say, you are getting to see 4-3-3. Now you are crying that 4-3 is not working. What the heck do you people want? But my thinking was that 4-2-3-1 was offensively working, but defensively not working. 4-3-3, defensively it was working for some time. Offensively, it has destroyed our players. And now, defensively also it doesn't work. Because for good defense, you need structure. As you saw against Manchester City, we don't have a midfield shape. We don't have a basic understanding that we are facing Manchester City. You do not put all the players into the box and leave Kante. How many times has this mistake been committed? How many times has this mistake has been committed under Frank Lampard's leadership? Why is this not being rectified? This is another major problem we've seen. With 4-2-3-1, the problem is, I'm really sorry to say this, but Lampard has to be tough. Either he prefers Mason Mount. We know Mason Mount. I love Mason Mount. He's a guy who really achieves a lot of dream, who gives you inspiration. And he works a lot harder and he's a very versatile player. But you have to think about the team. He suits Frank Lampard's system, but does he suit the team? Or does Kai Havertz suit the team? I've always said this and I'll maintain it. You play either Mason Mount or Kai Havertz at the number 10 role. Or either you drop one of them. We cannot have both of them in a team or in the number 8 role. We need a 4-2-3-1 formation with Kante and Kovacic sitting at the deep, with Thiago Silva, Zuma in the middle, Chilwell and James at the right and left, and then we can have Hakim Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic all at the top along with Havertz. Havertz plays much better when he's closer to a striker. But Frank, he either wants to play Havertz as a number 8 or a winger, and then you say why a 70 million signing is failing. And another reason is cross. The only way to play football. You can play the crossing game. You can break teams down. Liverpool do it. Crossing is an important part of the game. But to make crossing the only part of your game, the only integral part, only shows inexperience. Right now, we have Werner and Pulisic who cannot head to save their lives, and we are crossing ball to them. Is playing middle a crime? Can we not play from the middle? Has it been a crime, or has Pulisic been hitting headers in the training above Giroud, so people are saying he's good at heading? What is the strategy going on behind? What is the strategy going on? Like, what are Frank and Jody in this time deciding? I love both of them. I think they've done some great job with the youth players and everything, but this is what tactically is going wrong. How are we going to improve in this regard? That we are crossing to players who cannot hit. Either if you want to play a crossing game, you play Olivier Giroud, you drop Werner on the bench, throw this all away. You play Kai Havertz instead of Mason Mount because Kai Havertz is more threat aerially, but I'm not understanding what's going on. These are my things that is going wrong for Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Now we move on to, are the comparisons for Jurgen Klopp and Frank Lampard valid and distrust the process? I want to trust the process. I want to give manager a time. But if you are comparing Frank Lampard as a manager to Jurgen Klopp, the comparison is absolutely invalid. I respect your opinion. You have your opinion. But if you really think that Frank Lampard is anywhere near Jurgen Klopp, I am really sorry. You are going for a very bad dream. Jurgen Klopp in his first full season, remember this word, first full season with Liverpool got 76 points. I really want to bang my head on the wall when I keep listening. Jurgen Klopp. Process. Jurgen Klopp. Process. I want to give Lampard time, but can we stop this Jurgen Klopp, Sir Alex Ferguson comparisons? Jurgen Klopp in his first full season finished 4th with 76 points. If you go and see his squad, I put a photo of it, you'll understand he had a worse score than what Lampard had last year. Then, in his second season, they got 75 points. They reached the UCL Champions League football. Is that not a progress? In the third season, they got 97 points and they won the Champions League. Is that not a progress? Then they got 99 points and won the league. Is that not progress? What progress have been made this year under Frank Lampard? What progress have been made? Last year we had 66 points, playing beautiful football, vibrant team. Now we are a boring, dull team, worse than watching Money Society's Chelsea. No identity, no pattern, no nothing of the whole side. And we are right now 26 points for 16 games, which is less than what we had at this stage last year. We have spent 250 million to take 4 points from 18 points available. These are the players which were playing magnificently last year. I know it takes time for new players to gel, but not in this way. So I'm really sorry, but if you're comparing this, then you really are going to a different level. But I respect you if you want to do that comparison. Then the last part, which managers can replace Frank Lampard if he's sacked? And before that, I'm sorry, before that, the first part is what Frank needs to do to save his job. Our next 4 matches are Fulham, Leicester, Wolves, Burnley, but let's just focus on the 2. Our 2 away games against Fulham and Leicester. If we do not beat a relegation threatened Fulham, let alone even draw, Frank Lampard, as much as I love him as a player, should be sacked immediately on the spot if we don't beat Fulham. There is no excuse to not beat this Fulham side, especially after getting 4 points from last 6 games. If he draws or loses to Fulham, he's sacked. So he has to win this game, and we will see whether the players love him or players want him sacked. Then we move on to Leicester game. Now, if we beat Fulham, we lose to Leicester, he's sacked. He's sacked. So Lampard in these 2 games needs 2 good performances and 2 good results. A win against Fulham and draw against Leicester are very acceptable. 4 points, where 3 from Fulham, 1 from Leicester, will save him his job and could also give us a much needed momentum. But a loss in any one of them, and I'm sorry, but Frank will be gone. The last part is managers who should replace him. I've always said I do not know much about Thomas Tuchel. I'm not going to go in these demands when I don't know about a manager properly. But due to available for a free and Chelsea board have admired him for a long time, Thomas Tuchel will be one of them. While Allegri is also free and is a manager that Roman Abramovich always admires, especially due to CV, is another manager. Allegri might have a better chance of getting quicker results than Tuchel, but he might harm Chelsea in the long term due to some of his transfer targets and the football he plays. One manager I'm going to go with, and people are going to surprise, is Marco Rose. He's a manager who has really transformed Borussia Mönchengladbach, and I think he could be the one Chelsea really need. Whenever I watch Borussia Mönchengladbach, I've been really impressed. And then one of the most young, most talented coaches in the world, Julian Nagelsmann. There's a last option, but to appoint him, you have to wait till the end of the season because he also takes time. So you cannot go and sack Frank Lampard now and get him and accept him to get top 4. So if you want Nagelsmann, you have to go at the end of the season. And then you have some honorary mentions like Brendan Rodgers, but Brendan Rodgers, I think, has not a good history with Chelsea board, so I don't think it's going to happen. And then you've got Hasenhüttl, who I really like. This is a manager I won't mind, while Pochettino has gone to PSG, so that's a sadness. So this was my video, should Frank Lampard be sacked or not? As I've said, this is my opinion. I want nothing else than Chelsea turning these results around, and I'm sitting here and saying, you have proved me wrong, Frank, we are back. But sadly right now, as a Blues, we are on one of the toughest periods we have ever been. I really wish to God we come back to the team we know, and I hope you all have a good day. Up the Blues!